Well, the mission first became involved back in 1988 when Eric Felgate and myself were up at Hawker camping. We were out walking in the bush and we came across a lovely old ruin. Now the ruin was on Wanaka Station. It was Mayo's cottage originally, an old woodcutter up there, built last century. But no one had taken any of the rocks off it for typical purposes like landscaping. All that was missing was the roof, but it had tumbled down. And I said to Eric, wouldn't it be great to rebuild that? And that idea sort of mulled around in our minds for a while, and it was only a few months later when it occurred to us that that was right on the Hyson Trail. Within 200 metres of that ruin, there was the Hyson Trail. And it could be, like trails worldwide, famous trails, it could be a shelter for bushwalkers. And then the excitement got me that maybe we could get the government to fund employment programs for some of the unemployed people we see at the mission, and we could go up and do something useful for the community. So we went up there and camped with 6, 7 guys, and guys that were unemployed, they were homeless. They'd come to the day centre at the mission, where we saw about 150 of them every day. They're coming in there just with aimless. Their lives were being wasted. They were on either invalid pension or unemployment benefit and had nothing to contribute in the community. So some of them had been sleeping in the parklands, living in concrete pipes down by the cemetery, spending their pension on alcohol and wasting their lives. And so I took them out of that and we went up bush and we camped in tents on the site and we worked really hard and they loved it. They felt like they were doing something useful.
Now, I've been very lucky getting this work with the mission through the breakthrough services. I know that there's a lot of other blokes out there that are looking for the same opportunities or to get the same chance to do what I'm doing up here now. And I just think it's great.
Well, just look at Joe, for example. Now, Joe came out of a concrete pipe in the cemetery. He was drinking his life away. And I could see potential in him, and I said to him, Joe, how about we give you a chance? And so we gave him a chance. Joe is a wonderful example of potential that I see in people that have been wasted by the community.
I got the Dyson about 11 years ago, when I was on the streets, ran Adelaide. I was I'm Alki. And it's about, I think it's about last 2 or 3 years now I've been off the booze. I used to sleep in the cemeteries, parklands, park benches, you name it, and I slept there. In the gutters too. And I got the trust from the Adelaide Central Mission to drive their vehicles. When they need someone to drive their vehicles or something like that, and I got the trust doing that now. Before I never had it before. You can get jobs like this, you get a skill out of it. That's why I'm thinking of it now. I'm getting a skill, and it's what I'm doing now with stonework. I can go and pick up the rock and say, oh yeah, this nice little face on it. I can do that. So right, Joe Tab done that with another chap, just two of us done it. Well, I'm really happy. Isn't that my garden works I can do and cut lawns and some more mowing lawns, it's really good. And I've got a lot of friendships and now I met a lot of people since I went off the booze, really. And I've been going to church and the Lord's been helping me in that, no worries.
Well, I went to the Alcohol Rehabilitation Centre up at Kaipo for the mission and spent 3 months up there or 4 months up there getting off the alcohol, and then I went and did some voluntary work in the mission itself in the city, and through that I got onto the work program. Good for the mission, good for the people at work, and benefits the whole community, you know, providing services and things like that for people. It's low pressure, but you know, you still got to work hard, it's hard work. But yeah, it's a good way just to get back into it. Up here I've learned a few more new skills and managed to hone a few old skills. And I think it's going to stand me in good stead to get back into the community and get a good job when all this is over.
No worries, Mr. Philgate. You can play one of these things?
Yeah, Harry's another one of the guys up here. He used the day centre quite regularly when he was homeless, when he didn't have a place to stay, when he was waiting for a house to come up. And he used to come into the day centre, and occasionally we'd give him a Guernsey, and I think he did 1 or 2 days on earlier projects, and he really wanted to work. So we gave him a job, but otherwise he would be unemployed and wasting his life. And he used to come and bug me, just come here every week. Can you get me a job? Can I get on a building program? He was really keen, and I just said, well, when we start, I'll give you a Guernsey. So he is persistent. He really wants to work. He doesn't like being unemployed. And he loves the stonework. I mean, he's doing really well on the job. He built the chimney.
Started as a labourer. We built a walkway out of Bridgewater and an outhouse out at Black Springs. I just like it because you get to see the finished product and you can see that it's really nice, how it's like a big puzzle, you put it all together.
Well, you've met just 3 of the guys in the Mission's Breakthrough Work Program, and you've seen the changes in their lives. But there have been lots more since the original team rebuilt that first hut near Hawker. And for their particular effort, they were presented for a recreation award at the Hilton Hotel one night. It was the night of their lives because they were recognised for their achievements. In fact, one of them said, "This has been the best night of my life."